The thing when you're working in the workplace is oftentimes people ask me, hey, D, I'm not a manager, I'm not a leader. How can I have influence? And I think we conflate the term leadership with influence. And I think it's the opposite around. There's people that I've met that have so much influence, but they're not leaders, or so much influence, but they're not actually, they don't have the manager title. And so we want to make sure that don't underestimate the people with influence. And those are the people that we want to make sure that, like, if you're a new manager and you're coming in, that you know who those people are and you're working alongside them. Now, the interesting thing is, like, not only we always talk about managing up and managing across, this idea of like making sure that as you're thinking about influence in the workplace, you're thinking about like what are the different stakeholders that you're working with. And as you're thinking about these stakeholders, you're starting to think about like, what are their goals and how can I support their goals? How can I help to solve different problems? And how can I be very solution oriented? Because one of the things that I've started to see, especially in this hybrid role, is influence looks a little bit different. And so not only do you need to show your work a little bit and you need to show up in different parts of the org, but we want to make sure that as we're thinking about how can we make sure we're helping other people work together better and solving problems for them. But all I'm saying is just influence doesn't necessarily mean that you're a manager or you're a director. Influence looks completely different. And if you believe that you need to be a manager to have influence, think again. I guess the question for you is, as you go throughout this week, what are some examples or instances that you can think about that you can then start to influence others and that you can use to influence others and, bring influence in different departments?